Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World, and welcome to this week's coming soon video. So first of all, for everyone watching, thank you very much for all your support and understanding during this time that I'm having to take off, but as I said, I'm not stopping doing videos. There's still going to be videos done whenever I can, and you never know, there might be a little stream here or there. Right now we're going to do the coming soon video. For everyone who doesn't know what that is, every single week I do a coming soon video. I know that I did miss the other thing I do every week, which is the must-have video, but I'm going to take some of your guys' advice and do the must-have as must have some time off, must have some downtime. So I'm going to do it that way. But we are going to talk about what is coming soon and what is coming this week. And this week we have version 10.10. Now, version 10.10 is going to be very, very interesting. We have Thunder Thrower returning, bringing the thunder to the ground. Penny is taking over the van, and we're joining Penny as she hits the road as this week's van driver. And as we've learned, this right here does not mean that they are returning. Just like what happened with Crackshot. Crackshot returned, but he returned as the driver, not as returned as a hero. Now, that was a little bit negative because, as we all know, Crackshot was not included in the version 2 llamas, year 2 llamas. So that was a little bit negative, and the fact that we missed out on him. But regardless, I really hope that they bring him back some way, some form, because he really is an amazing character, an amazing hero to have. The other change that's going to be happening is we're going to have the SMG weapon type change. Now, as we described and we talked about, it's very possible that this change, obviously this change is going to be happening because they are adjusting and preparing the game for the coming of the Battle Royale, potentially the coming of the game going to free to play, or the game being introduced to Battle Royale in some way, shape, or form. So it is necessary to have this SMG type for their skins, etc., etc. I don't know what this is going to do to our hero loadouts, because as we know, we have different heroes. They are going to say that there's going to be specific combinations for heroes that have assault rifle pistol perks. We don't know how this is going to happen. So for me, I'm really curious to see what changes happen, what hero loadouts are going to change. It could be that this could be a very positive thing for us, in the sense that we're going to have these types of weapons that are going to be much more powerful now, but it's also possible that this is going to become a negative in changing our setups and changing how we're going to be using these weapons. Having said that, currently I don't really use these weapons, so maybe that's going to be really positive for me. We'll have to see. And also, potentially that we will have SMG only heroes coming, so that could be pretty fun to see. The other big change we're going to be seeing in version 10.10 is right here. So as I said, during season 9 we extended the maximum level of Twine Peaks and changed how mission alerts work. These changes haven't worked as well as we'd hope, so we're making some significant improvements to them in update version 10.10, including group missions. In the upper half of Twine are going to reward evolution perk materials far more often, and the quantities of perk materials that they award will be scaled up considerably. So, additionally, we're increasing the number of mini-bosses and mutant storms that appear in all 4 locations and every 4 group missions should now receive a mega alert. Mission alerts that appear in the upper half of Twine Peaks will be less likely to award XP and much more likely to award evolution and perk materials, and while mini-bosses will not award weapons, heroes, and survivor as much, and this is experience. The ones that do appear have gotten a rarity burst, no more rares. Oh no, actually this is actual schematics, okay. And it will be much more likely to be direct reward instead of a transform key. We're also increasing the quantity of perk and evolution materials that they award. Now right here, and smoothing out scaling a bit across all locations. Now that right there is the one that we're really interested in, because as you guys know, currently the amount of materials of a perk perk and evolution materials that we're getting is really not considerable. As you guys saw, I released a video over the weekend where we went ahead and we did that level 144 man triple legendary mission, legendary perk up mission, and you guys saw that the results there were not that great. So having said that, and I really wish I could pull up my game right now, but I can't. But we all know that the way that the game is set up right now, the way that when we get schematics, let's say for example, if you just jump into the game, you're going to be overwhelmed with the amount of schematics there are, and of course, as well as the expanded collection book grows, we have so many new other weapons. For example, if I were to say right now, the neon weapons, noble launcher, amazing weapon, and let's say the neon sniper, 2 weapons right there. Oh, you know what? Let's say the Mercurial MG2, right there. 3 weapons, 3 whole weapons right there that right now you could go get if you have the flux. You gotta get that first. So you get the flux. And then you want to increase that. Well, you're gonna need a lot of evolution materials in that perk, especially epic and legendary perk. And as we saw, with evolution materials currently, it's not so bad. Now, I have shown you guys in the past that you can get a considerable amount of evolution materials from those lower level 4x4s, 4-mans. And even if you want to, you can do, if you have the level or the support, you can actually do higher level. You can do much higher level in Twine Peaks, much higher level encampment missions that will give you a good amount of evolution materials. The evolution materials are not going to be bad. So you can do that. Then with, let's say the other 2, which is regular reperk and raindrops, or pure drops of rain. I always call them raindrops. You can just go into low level 4-man missions, and as I recommended in the past, just go for those. Just grind those, and you can get yourself a good amount of evolution materials that way. Evolution materials are not as hard to come by currently as the perk. Legendary perk and epic perk up, especially re-perk as well. But those right there, you'll find yourself very quickly stuck, because you're going to need a giant, and I do mean a giant amount of legendary perk up and epic perk up to be able to max out those weapons. Now, do you have to do that right away? No, of course not. I believe that is also part of the scaling of the game, the progression of the game, where you're wanting to slowly take your time to increase, to improve, to grind through the game and just collect everything you need. So that in a sense right there is important. That is pretty important, I believe, and we do need that. We do need, as you know, a pretty giant amount of epic and legendary perk up, which in the current settings of the game will take you a long time to get. Like we showed you in that mission, it took a considerable amount of time just to get, what was it, 300 and something. But from the mission, if we wanted to repeat the mission, it would have been 130, I believe, 145 someone said. So just to be able to max out one of those schematics I talked about, and if you wanted three really decent schematics, the noble launcher, the neon sniper, and the Mercurial MG, amazing. Mercurial MG with a critical build is an amazing weapon. Those 3 weapons right there, you would have to spend yourself just a massive amount of time just to be able to collect the epic and legendary perk up, to be able to, I mean, we're talking more than a day, like maybe 2-3 days of playing all day long. And by all day long, I mean like 5 hours, 6 hours or so. And that's if you never fail. Yes, you can do it with, let's say, a jail build, so you don't have to really use up a lot of materials, but that would get kind of boring really fast, and you'll be doing all that work and all that time to have fun, but not having fun. And hopefully you would have fun, but once you got it all, that's the thing. You also have to look at the quality of the time that you're putting into the game. But anyway, so just to be able to get the epic and legendary perk up, that would take a gigantic amount of time. So that's where I'm thinking that currently we need that change, and hopefully in version 10.10 we are going to see that change. We're going to see the change of a mission like that, a level 140 4-man mission, giving you maybe something like 500 as a base. 500 legendary perk up would be if you had a triple like that. Hopefully something like that. Something like that where if you dedicate yourself a few hours, you'll be able to max out completely one of those great weapons. And hopefully also a way to get flux so you can actually get it, because that's the other problem too. Currently, you'd have to wait over a month just to get the flux to be able to collect those 3 weapons out of your collection book, to recruit them, to research them. So that's where we're at. That's the change. That's the current status of the game in that sense. So I'm really hoping that we're going to be seeing this change as a very, very positive thing. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This was supposed to be just a couple of minutes long, but you guys know I tend to ramble, and you guys can hear that my voice is not that great right now. I'm already getting I know I'm already getting in trouble for talking this much, so I'm gonna cut it off there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you very much for understanding this time off. I'm gonna have to take I know a lot of you guys don't really see it on YouTube because you're still gonna see at least one video a day, but I know a lot of people who come to the streams are not gonna see it. But I'll be back, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you very much for supporting, guys. Thank you very much for using my creator code. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, I am DUJ2. If you enjoy this video, guys, if you enjoy what I do on my channel, please, please, please do me a huge favor and have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.